Hello, all you wonderful people out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Mass Effect Andromeda. Thank you all so much for coming on by. I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out and such with me today. Let's get the game up here on the screen for you all. There we go. So, we have been playing this game, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I have no idea what's going on with the story. I'm trying to figure, I mean, yeah, I understand that we've got the, space thorns, or whatever they're calling it, dark energy or something like that, maybe. I don't really follow it. It's really difficult for me to follow this story so far. The combat is great. There's a lot of good mechanics to it. Though some parts of it are a little janky, but I can get past all of that. It's still a very enjoyable experience so far. I just hope we figure out what the heck's going on with the story at some point soon. But yeah, we've just finished doing some of the side quests on our first planet we came across. Why did you just get up there? You got any idea what she's up to? Because I got no idea. Maybe she's playing King of the Hill with herself. I don't know. Let me go ahead and get Stream Raiders up real quick. Oh, I got a quest to place 3 busters. Excellent. I've been trying to place more of those. And I have another quest to earn 1,000 gold that... Okay, that has not been actually completed yet. It said it was completed already, and I was like, I just got the quest. But anyways, let's get into the game. I like a lot of the music from Animal Crossing Rocco. It's fun music. Alright. So we need to activate the remaining monoliths. There's some forward station drop points. We've already activated that tower. I don't really know what this viability meter is, but I'm assuming that it's, you know, how settleable this place is. Rareware music? I am unfamiliar with that.
What the... Pathfinder, that body.
A scan might help us figure that out.
Guys, we have already scanned it, and you have brought it up literally every single time we've passed by it. Literally every single time. I get it. I got it. Yes, there is a body there. is glowing up there? Ow! Oh, you mean just music from their games. Okay.
Remember the early data on EOS back home?
When everywhere was labeled H with a bunch of numbers?
Your dad put those readings up in his office. Knew them all by heart. Wonder what those worlds really looked like then. And now.
Okay. We are not going further that way. Oh, I don't need to go that way right now. I need to go this way. Meow. What have we got here?
More of PB's remnant technology.
Okay. Is there anything up there? It does not look like there is. I have no idea what the point of this thing is. You're buying an Xbox Series S console for music? That seems like a very expensive purchase just for music. Then again, who am I kidding? I mean, I bought, well, actually, no, I didn't buy Fallout 76. It was a gift. But I allowed somebody to buy me Fallout 76. Because they did ask me if I wanted it. I was like, yeah, it seems cool. And then we actually played it, and it was like, oh my god, what the hell is this? Oh, I see. Oh, there's some kind of question mark here. Does that question mark relate to anything? Well,
Did you leave many people behind in the Milky Way?
No, parents are gone, but my old unit could still be alive.
Yeah, some of my contacts might be kicking around. Isn't it weird saying things like that while knowing you'll never see them again?
No stranger than them being 600 years older than we are.
If we're getting into the deep stuff, we need a few stiff drinks first.
You started it, you're buying.
Ooh, resources. Well, actually, Microsoft or Nintendo already owned Donkey Kong, but yeah, Diddy Kong was one of Rare's creations, and I believe that Nintendo was able to keep Diddy Kong. But yeah, you're right on that. So, I have no idea what all this stuff is for. I am very curious. But perhaps it'll be revealed later. Yeah. Conquer was a very interesting game.
Experiencing radiation damage.
Okay, too much radiation over there to go do that. Got it. Four giants? What? You want to play Conker's Bad Fur Day? All right. Let's just track this.
I'm not real romantic about road hazards. Interesting rocks are just as bad for the Nomad.
Water and weather. Nothing tougher in the long run.
Modular storage tanks. Okay. Looks very much Ket design.
So this technology on Habitat 7 was messing with the planet?
We don't have all the answers yet.
Don't expect any from the Nexus. They got a few reports, then the Ket showed up. No time to study weird tech.
Probably best to focus on the people shooting at you.
All-terrain mode. I swear if all these enemies have respawned, I'm gonna have issues.
The Ket made themselves at home. All this research. I wonder what they learned.
Life support is back online.
You mean like the Great Mighty Pooh? I know it may seem childish, but the Great Mighty Pooh is still one of my favorite boss themes ever. I just really enjoy it, you know, when the boss is singing opera and stuff. I don't really understand why, I just do. I really, really love, the Phantom from Mario plus Rabbids. His boss theme is great, too. Might even be better than the Great Mighty Pooh.
Nice work.
That did... whatever that did. I see pathways lighting up all over. The monoliths are resonating. QEC contact?
Well, whatever's happening, they're definitely connecting.
You did good. Keep doing more.
It wasn't the Phantom of the Opera, but it was definitely a play on that, Wolfab. Wait, really, Rocco? What backlash did they get? Alright, we got that one activated. Activated.
Radiation levels increasing.
So they made it. So people were complaining about how they only made kiddie type games. And so Rare's response was, okay, let's make the most adult game we can. They kind of went Adult Swim with it. I personally am not that big a fan of Adult Swim, though, myself. A lot of, like, there's some great little clips and stuff that have come out of Adult Swim over the years. But most of the time, it's like, what the fuck is this? What am I watching?
It's weird to think that if we pull this off, everything we're looking at could change.
I liked those pre-trip vision paintings of future Eos. Green fields, rivers, forests. Wonder what it'll really be like down the line.
Fewer death storms would be nice.
You know, we haven't actually run into a death storm yet. They were talking about them, and yet none of them have actually shown up. Okay. Oh, did it really, Rocco? Okay, do we go into the spooky cave, or do we go that way? What does the map say? Well, the map says there's something over there, so we're going this way. Let me guess, high radiation over here? Yep.
Experiencing radiation damage.
Look there. That spot is shelter, water, stable ground.
It was initially overlooked due to heavy kept presence at the nearby remnant structure, but it would be an excellent outpost site.
Ket and Remnant. Seems you can't find one without the other. So, if we clear the skies, this might be our new home.
The first colonists sent audio logs about these regions back to the Nexus.
And?
Fairwinds Basin. Lowest radiation count in the area. Little bit of hope.
We can work with that.
Yeah, I'm personally really not fond of the fact that Microsoft got Banjo. Because then all we've gotten out of Banjo since then was, you know, nuts and bolts. Which was an interesting concept. But I think it would have been better as its own game or its own series rather than being a, you know, piggybacking off of Banjo-Kazooie. Well, yeah, Nintendo's gotten a lot of companies. They've been working with a lot of companies for that stuff. But I don't really consider that as, you know, its own game, because it's not. So are we supposed to... How do we call down a forward base? Wait, Banjo-Kazooie is on the Switch? When the hell did that happen?
Pathfinder, this location could support an outpost, but there are multiple complications to resolve.
What complications are those? Are you going to tell me what complications are? Ugh, I guess we'll just come back to this. Oh, I see. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really count that as being on the Switch. I know I've had a friend that wants me to do Ocarina of Time through that pass, but it's like, there's just no. Besides, it's the N64 version and not the remastered DS version, so... Or 3DS version. Give us that on the Switch. Or hell, remastered more. Okay, so yeah, we don't seem to be able to actually do anything with this place yet. Possibly later, but for now, let's just go up to that monolith thing. The atmosphere control, whatever.
The Site 1 folks were interested in the monoliths too.
Did they learn anything?
Mostly what you learn the hard way. But hey, now you're here.
Yeah, this totally looks like a trap. Yes, I know how to exit the Normandy. Thank you, game. The Xbox Game Pass is... I am really...
These ones don't seem hostile.
I don't have the Xbox Game Pass, but I definitely support it existing. Okay, now they're hostile. You spoke too soon there. Oh shit, they blew up my cover. Boosh!
I detect a high level of remnant encryption here, Pathfinder. To continue, you will need to decrypt it.
Ah, there's a breacher over there.
You're down.
Why can I not... For some reason, I could not scan that. The hell you mean no
What do we have
relevant?
here?
It appears to reconfigure panels that rise from the floor.
That could come in handy.
Okay, so this just gives me... Is this really just new cover options? Okay.
Lexi, found another colonist.
So many. All right, send me their information.
Wait, we did? Where? Where is this other colonist?
We're so close. I just know it. Once we get that linguist, we'll crack it. There's so much tech here. It has to help. Then I can see Carrie again. It's been a slow start, but we got this. Oh no. No!
Damn it.
The Remnant aren't all bots and maybe blue skies. Stay careful.
They were saving any data they could, in case it helped the next try.
That's us. The next try is us.
They said there's another body. Oh, there it is.
Pavlov, Amira S.
Got it. Thanks, Ryder.
What about the other two here? If I were to go with a console, Rocco, I would go PlayStation. Even though they may be lacking game options, the fact is, there aren't many Xbox exclusives anymore. Most of them are going, which I am really happy about, is Microsoft's going PC and Xbox. And I just prefer to play on PC.
You should be able to locate these glyphs, Pathfinder.
Okay, so we got one line going up to the top of that one, and another line to the top of that one. So all we gotta do is get on top of them. Easy, right? Okay, maybe not so much. Sirio, the Steam Deck is supposed to be coming in, or people are going to start getting them in February. Or at least Valve has said that everything's on track for that. Oh, I see. That's how this works. I was so confused that they'd give me more cover options after the battle is over. Unknown resident device. Okay. Guessing we gotta use this one.
Yes! Nice job, Ryder.
That should do it.
I mean, there are already a lot of reviews out there, and everything that I've seen is a lot of approval. Oh, so this is yeah, this is Sudoku. I like Sudoku. Okay, no repeats of that. There we go.
We're in.
Can't dropship!
Seriously? Done. The monoliths
I'm
are
in a
online and connected
cutscene.
to something in the lake. This could be the master switch we're looking for.
I'll meet you there. Don't do anything without me.
Alright, let's do Stream Raiders real quick. Start the battle! But yeah, Sirio, right now, unless you did the pre-order thing, which I did do one of those, you're looking at a long wait to get yourself, get your hands on one. I know I'm not in the first batch, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's a very long wait list that people are looking at. All right. Steam Deck 2? We have Wolfab with most assists. And God is Deaf. Oh, God is Deaf, you haven't actually spoken up today. I can't give you crowns if you haven't spoken up. Tarnheel, no, there is not a... I doubt we are going to get a Steam Deck 2 for a very long time. Or, you know, I think we will get one in a very long time from now. Because the simple fact is, it is... You know, the Steam Deck itself hasn't even come out, so... But I have also personally really been a fan of the Valve hardware that I've gotten. Like, I even liked the Steam controller, or the whatever it was called. Was it just Steam controller? I actually liked it. Granted, I didn't use it much because, you know, I prefer mouse and keyboard, but I still appreciated it. Alright, what other quests do I have? Alright, I'll bring my Berserker to this. I can unlock my Paladin, my second Paladin. So, yay for that. Let's get it all upgraded here. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. 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 And there we go. Alright, go place your troops, everybody. But yeah, the chances of a Steam Deck 2 at any point in like the next 5 years are very slim. Unless, of course, the Steam Deck 1 is just that big of a dumpster fire.
Seem to appear everywhere we find remnant tech.
I was just thinking the same thing.
You guys were literally just saying that. They were literally just saying how the cat and this stuff, the remnant stuff, go hand in hand. And they're reaffirming it, apparently. Where the hell is my car? Oh, there's a little marker on the compass thing. To the car! Alright, where are we supposed to go now? Looks like over to here, investigate the entrance. The entrance? The hell is this an entrance to? Whee! Oh god. Yeah, I totally should have just blown this thing up with that maneuver. How do we get across to that? Let's go and save. And now let's test the aquatic viability of the Nomad. The aquatic viability is 0. Oh wait, looks like there's a console right there. I was totally gonna try and jump that gap.
Up there. Coming out of the lake.
The tech's underground, too? Let's see.
It's opening up.
I see a door. Come on!
Whoa, it's forming a bridge.
Looks solid. If not, prepare to swim.
Alright, back into the Nomad. Oh, hi there, PB. At least I think that, yeah, that's PB.
You said your parents were gone, Cora. What happened?
Don't know. While I was away on training, their cargo freighter disappeared in the Attican Traverse. I looked for them every time I was posted that way. Nothing.
That's rough.
Not everything gets tied up in a bow.
Well, apparently PB has nothing to say about all this. Oh, I get to change around my stuffs. Excellent. We'll bring him to this one.
No. No, this can't be right. All that fanfare for an empty room? There's some secret here. There must be. Do your Pathfinder thing. Oh, you're good.
And I make it look so easy.
That's a long way down. Can't tell how far.
That can't be air pressure. Electrostatic? Ah, gravitation. Oh, you idiot, PB. That wasn't the front door. This is.
What do you...
Come on, Pathfinder!
Hey!
I love how I had an option to jump, and I didn't jump until... Or it was like, I don't want to jump. But apparently I'm jumping regardless of what I want to do. Even though they gave me the illusion of
But
choice.
where's it taking us?
Embrace the unknown, Ryder. Now this is more like it.
Looks like a bunker. Or a vault?
I can't control the
Whatever
camera.
you call it. The controls for that atmosphere processor might be down here somewhere.
Let's find out.
And now
Anything
suddenly
could
I
be
have a
important.
helmet again.
Let's be thorough.
Well, okay then, PB. We shall be thorough.
I think that gravity well works in reverse, too.
Then we have a way out.
You're not leaving already, are you?
Not until we find those processor controls. Not what we're looking for, but worth getting a record.
Watch your fingers. There might be traps.
I'm not detecting any.
I've made that mistake before.
Look there, do you see that?
Looks like a broken information display.
Got anything?
There's element 0 threaded through all this tech. Imagine the engineering that would take.
No signs of any cat. Maybe they can't get into the vault.
But you can. That'll get their attention.
Lucky me.
Well, might as well interact with it.
What have we here?
Only minimal power. I don't think it triggered the atmosphere processor, but...
Pathfinder, a conduit beneath the floor just activated. Fluid is running through it. It could be generating emergency power. Your scanner will have more details.
Wow. I really was just scratching the surface.
I see the conduit, Sam. Whatever it is, it leads out of the room.
Well, I guess nothing for it but to follow the line.
Now that's interesting.
Huh. Well, if the Remnant aren't using it...
We're so far down, I can't even see the top of the well.
Phrase recovered. Must read to access. This console links to surface facilities.
Then it must control the atmosphere processor.
No glyphs. It looks dead, or locked down, like most of this place.
The fluid conduit leads to this console and further into the vault.
So if we follow that conduit, it might lead to the system lockdown.
These data pattern things are incredible. If I'm right, each one can hold hundreds of zettabytes. There are whole species who get by with less.
Minor corruption detected. The pattern suggests significant data present, but it cannot be accessed.
Okay. The what cereal?
Here's the rock you kicked down here. Safe and sound.
Another gravity well, and that's new.
What is it?
A symbol of authority? A key? It's easy to speculate with Remnant, but we need more facts. I'll see what I can find on this beauty. Maybe over this way.
Whatever has this place on lockdown is that way.
I do my best work solo. You fix up the vault, I'll investigate the relic, and together we'll figure this place out.
You don't watch many horror vids, do you?
You
We have no
never
idea what's
split
down
the
here.
party.
And we never will if we miss something because we're huddled in a group. I'll be careful.
Just stay on the radio.
I'm on frequency 145.8. Stay safe.
10 credits say she ends up in a pit of spikes.
This gravity well's sealed off. No way through.
Incidentally, a gravity well is the gravitational effect of a large mass in space. This is more accurately a well with variable gravity.
Keep a note for our sorry friend. And for when we try to explain all this.
So Sam is one of those actually people, is he? Or it? However it identifies.
Well, look at this. No way through. No interface points. Sam, note it down for later.
Yeah, exactly,
It's
darn heel.
Ralph. You know who.
We read you, PB. Stay in touch. They dug this place through solid rock.
Look at the ceiling. Those star things must be bracing it.
Hey there, God is Deaf. How are ya? There's something to scan here, but I can't find it.
Looks like a blast shield. That might be handy.
I'm kind of hoping it doesn't wind up being handy.
What's that liquid?
Unable to classify.
The only way through is down towards it.
An unknown alloy and other materials. The composition resembles omnigel.
Maybe that's the fluid in the conduit.
Well, excellent. So, who wants to bet that stepping in this stuff kills ya?
Ah, watch yourself, it burns.
Okay, it does not kill you immediately. Just very, very quickly.
It's dead. Nothing.
I bet they used it for working in that liquid.
Well, hi there, Alt. Oof. That was a close one. And how are you today, Alt?
Cozy.
Assemblers, they're hostile.
Careful! Remember, they make other remnants.
Okay. You guys okay back there? more of them over here.
Joke.
Martins! Martin playing with pillow.
What do you think the system lockdown looks like? Probably something huge.
Ah, I'm not allowed to go that way. I got no idea what this room is for, but I'm sure it'll be relevant at some point. And I'm always happy to help you out there,
So
Alt.
whatever that liquid is, they need a whole aqueduct of it.
Make that 2 aqueducts, at least. I just crossed one.
Careful, don't fall in that liquid.
I need a shotgun. I'm gonna be going into melee.
Use the pillars for cover.
Yeah, with me going into melee and stuff, I need to get myself a shotgun. They all did? No, they are not all dead.
We're good.
The combat is a lot of fun, Alt. The story I'm a bit I'm a bit confused and lost on, but yes, I'm enjoying the combat a lot. I hope that they keep a lot of these changes in future games. Hey there, Zerda, how you doing? And Johnny, I am glad that that Zem guy helps you out. I'm sorry if they're not online right now, but at least I can try and be comparable, you know. I'll do my best.
Look how far it goes.
All this for an atmosphere processor? What is this place?
Oh yeah, the skills, the combat. There is one complaint that I have to make about the combat, though, is the fact that you don't seem to be able to change which way you are facing when you go for cover. So, like, when I am in full, or trying for a full cover, and I need to lean out on the left side of that cover, I can't. Because, I mean, maybe I can, and they didn't tell me how? Let me check key bindings. Maybe that is an option. But either way, you know. Oh, I know what you mean, Johnny. I just had to poke a little fun that way. And yes, I love the jetpack. Being able to finally jump. Or, you know, jetpack. It's a great thing. What is mantle? I don't know what that is. But I didn't realize I had an evade. That's good to know. Camera swap? Maybe that's what I was looking for. It's with left alt, so... tab is, for my weapon wheel. It says camera swap / recenter, so...
How come this liquid hasn't dried up? Unless turning that conduit on started it all flowing again. Wouldn't that be something?
I also kind of wish it would lock you into... Ah! That is how it works. Okay. Cool. Okay. Complaint is retracted. Because apparently that is an option. Granted, they could have actually told me about that option existing, but... at least it does exist. So those pipes are going way the hell out there. This Martin video.
Jumo.
Martin really wants the chickens.
Jumo.
Yes, baby Martin squeak.
How many do they need? If it really is like Omnigel, that fluid could be what's keeping this place going.
What are those pyramids? They must be huge. We've got company. More remnant.
Watch the edges! Way ahead of you!
Boosh!
Keep looking up, don't let them get above us.
Wait, what are we doing?
Keep up the pressure, we're almost through. We're good.
Are you sure about that? Because I myself am not so sure that we're good anymore. We might very well be dead. Squeak.
Some things down here work, and some don't.
Perhaps to direct and assist manual reactivation of the vault, or to mislead intruders.
Great.
A squeak option for my avatar? What do you mean?
PB!
Ryder! That relic box I found? Not a symbol of authority. The remnants still shoot at me. I'll try it with one of those data patterns we saw.
Is that a good idea?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Is nobody going to question how the hell she got over there? Ow. Well, there's your squeak.
It would take years to tunnel a place this big.
Imagine the machines they used.
Ow.
Joke.
Everybody just wants to hurt me. Martin wants the toffee. Martin really wants the toffee.
Ага, уже достала. Молодец. Нельзя тебе шоколадку, нельзя мою. Спасибо, что открыла.
All right. Stream leaders. Start the battle. So based on my research, there is nothing that a marten, or no natural or processed thing that a marten cannot eat. Obviously things like, you know, metal and such, no, but chocolate, candies in general, as far as I know, there is nothing that is poisonous to martens. Or at least if it's safe for human consumption, rather. That would be a better way to put it. Again, I am not a professional by any means, or a knower of everything martens, but I have looked into this a lot, and there is no indication that of anything like that. Alright, we have Sirio with max troops. And Tarnhill with max troops. And that is it to give out. Alright, Sirio, your troops performed a little bit better than Tarnhill's, so you're going to get the gold. But the scroll is going to go to Tarnhill. Alt, if you become a vet tech, you should come over to wherever I am when I get a marten, So you can be my my personal vet for the Martin? You know? Ow! What's that for, Azura? Also, Zerda, I need to set up a command to list all of the sound effects that we have. That is something that is on the to-do list, but it's gonna take a lot of time for me to set that up. So, it's coming, I just don't know exactly when. Alright, place your troops, everybody. Well, I mean, even just putting it in the description is going to take a lot of work, Zerda. Because I have a lot of sound effects. No, the personal vet for the Martin. When I get one. Well, yeah, you can't be a full-fledged vet, but you could at least help with other things. At least, you know, is there something wrong here? No? And you could give me an opinion on whether I should take the Martin to a full-fledged vet? And even then, I could take them to the office that you work at. Actually, God is Deaf, I'll probably list them on the website. Because, you know, we have a website, so might as well use it. I have no idea, Johnny. I have no idea what we've been saying that would possibly trigger that.
One way to light a room. The atmosphere processor we found before didn't need all these steps. Dad just interfaced with it directly.
And it didn't work out so great.
Direct intervention was necessary in that case, but clearly unwise.
They have a lot of lights through here.
Look how high it is. Might be another gravity well? The conduit splits and goes through each of those devices.
Interfacing may complete the circuit and allow the well to open.
If it gets us to the system lockdown, let's try. Well sealed. Damn. Maybe we can use the conduit for emergency power, same as before. Better safe than sorry. Take them out!
You're sure this well isn't going to open up under us?
Pretty sure. Focus on the remnant.
Ah, hi there. Well, that works.
No good. Lockdown against hostiles. Okay. Let's hit both those consoles and complete the circuit.
Okay.
This device appears defensive in nature.
Oh yes, martens are very much considered exotic pets. I'd have to find a specific vet to learn about martens and such. That is one thing you've got to do, is find a vet that is ready to do it.
Restored to the gravity well. The conduit leads down. Conduit fluid pressure is variable. There could be activity below.
Then let's dig deeper.
Why is there a bubble around that?
The remnant are just full of surprises.
There are only glimpses into another civilization. Too bad we have to keep destroying them.
They must be fighting for a reason. All these mysteries. Something big is happening in Andromeda, Ryder. Something magnificent.
Let's find that system lockdown.
So, Alt, you should definitely make sure you take some courses on exotic animals. Johnny, a license to own an exotic pet depends on your location. Some places require a license, some don't, others just don't allow them. There's a large variety in how you can, there's a large variety for places.
It's also clean for something... How old?
Unknown. Radiation counts indicate the vault has been offline for several hundred years.
Around the time the Scourge appeared? That can't be a coincidence. Maybe the Scourge is why all this tech was abandoned?
Either that, or perhaps the people that created all this were the ones that, like, they ascended and became the Scourge. Ooh, this is a new melee weapon.
Or maybe a hand tool.
And it doubles as a weapon. Extra handy.
I should have equipped that. It does a lot less damage, but apparently it also... It apparently also will actually freeze them in addition to doing damage.
Crap, the conduit's spraying a leak.
Right over the console. If you try interfacing, you'll burn your hands off.
And no fluid means no power. Damn it. Maybe that's why those devices up above were turned off. We're not turning back now. There has to be some way to fix the leak.
Ryder! Up here! What happened? I can't get any doors to work.
The conduit's breached.
Hey, wait! The observers were using weird laser frequencies to fix a broken wall back there. I can send the frequencies to your Omni tool. Maybe they can patch up the conduit?
And received. I'll give him a shot.
Okay.
system's responding to those frequencies. Just a patch job, but it should hold.
Nice work! If it's fixed, that console should work now.
Well, let's see.
Looks like it worked.
There's even a bridge. You're a pal, Ryder.
Where are you going?
We've got to be close to the system lockdown by now. First one gets the glory.
We'll catch up. Let's see if we powered up a way out of here.
Sure. I did too, Alt. I was totally thinking, oh great, I glitched through the floor, but oh well.
Will you look at that?
Nowhere to go but down.
Or we interact with this and
Watch
make
your
a
step.
bridge.
It's still a long drop. Wait, plants? All the way down here?
You see them too? Thought all the gravity fun had messed up my eyes.
No sunlight, no water. They should all be dead.
The planet's a wasteland, but maybe they're just hardy.
The source of the system lockdown may yield more information. We appear to be close.
Is it just me, or is that the exact same plant from the first planet we were on? Okay. I guess now we're going this way.
If this doesn't test fly the jump jets, nothing will.
Company!
Okay. Ow. Hello there! Would you let me get close enough? There we go. Oh, there's another one.
Nice work,
Woo!
people.
Level up! Bam, 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 bam. Well, we've got 14 points in biotics right now. Profile. Sentinel requires 12 in biotics and 12 in tech. Okay. And we have only invested 4 points in tech. Yeah, we'll do a shield boost, sure. We're not really using tech powers just because I really am not a fan of only 3 abilities. Like, they give us access to so many different abilities, and then they're like, but you can only use 3 of them at a time. Alright, anything to see here? Or scan or such? Does not appear so. But we got this to interact with.
It made a new path. I think that's the right way. We could reach it if we backtrack. Observers coming up at us!
Oh, this is how I... Okay. Okay. I like this. We'll go with Adept for this favorites. And then for favorite 2, we'll set up that, and that, know, but switching which favorite it is resets the cooldown on it, or which profile I'm using. So it's not a super fast, this is, we are switching over to this now, but it's better than, it's, oh god, that was
Armor
close.
hydraulics compensating.
Oh, almost lost my footing.
Now I jump with biotics.
We're 2 gravity wells down already, and this place goes even deeper. What's at the bottom?
If there is a bottom, who says it doesn't go down to the core?
We've got a path to... Whoa!
Hi there! This was a bad idea!
Too far, even for jump jets.
Oops. Ran into your ex? What do you mean? Oh god. Did it really put us this far back? What is the quick save option? If there is one. Okay, it does not look like there is a quick save option.
Will you look at that?
Nowhere to go but down.
That did it. Watch your step. It's still a long drop.
Oh, that undid all of my... Oh, no. Hey, we're gonna stick with Sentinel for everything, I think, because I was kind of counting on the armor, the little shield boost thing from having, you know.
Wait, plants. All the way down here?
Do you see them too? Thought all the gravity fun had messed up my eyes.
No sunlight, no water. They should all be dead.
The planet's a wasteland, but maybe they're just hardy.
The source of the system lockdown may yield more information. We appear to be close.
I'm starting to get the hang of this.
Yeah, no quick save, and saving is disabled because this is a priority mission. Come on, poke your head out. Oh! They grab onto me! There, you take that.
All done.
There we go. Alright. Biotics. We use Lance on both of them, so I'm going to upgrade that first. Confirm, and now we're going to be placing a lot of stuff into tech in order to get that built up for our Sentinel 2. Confirm and Liam. Okay. And it is time for Streamlators. Start the battle. Okay, so we have Sirio with most kills. And Tarnhill with max troops. And that is it to give out. The gold goes to Tarnhill for max troops. And the Musketeer's scroll to... let's see... Sirio. On to the next battle. We are going to bring the Vampire Lord. Because I keep forgetting that these guys exist. Him and the Saint. Place your troops, everybody. Now back to the game.
It made a new path. I think that's the right way. We could reach it if we backtrack.
Alrighty.
Observers coming up at us!
Ooh, so that's a combo thing I can do? I did not realize this. Okay, running start.
Armor hydraulics compensating.
Oh, no, I'm okay.
We've got a path to... Whoa!
Did that just go into the abyss?
Sounds like you made it.
Yes, we did. Wherever you are, I think that was PB.
We're 2 gravity wells down already, and this place goes even deeper. What's at the bottom?
If there is a bottom, who says it doesn't go down to the core?
Bam, bam, bam.
Too far, even for jump jets.
Yes, but we get fancy smancy.
That is cool.
I love when the game developers think their design is so cool that they actually have one of the characters in game point out that it's cool.
Feel that? This whole platform's resonating with something. We must be close. No question. This is the heart of the vault.
I've never seen anything like it.
All conduits converge here, Pathfinder.
That must be the lockdown console.
Well, let's activate it. What's the worst that could happen?
Any thoughts, Sam?
Unknown. Though it appears related to the lockdown, an in-depth study may reveal its purpose. The system lockdown is disabled. The vault and the atmosphere processor should return to full operation.
Ryder, you fixed the lockdown, didn't you? The whole place is lighting up. Power readings are off the chart. Really off the chart.
But if it's back online, we should be good. 2.
Ryder.
Should we go? Baby, get back to the entrance now!
I saw it! What is that thing?
Don't risk it, just go!
Space thorns!
Watch out! Vents!
It would be wise to escape, Ryder.
Thank you, Sam.
Need bridge now!
Oh, shit. Ah!
Faster! Don't let it catch us!
Oh, God, that is, really coming there. Oh, crap, oh, crap, oh, crap, oh, crap. Great question.
Another gravity well!
We don't know where it goes!
It goes away from here. We're taking it. It's still coming!
Sweeping the whole vault! Kills anything in its way!
Yeah, like us!
Okay. Well, we're at least going up instead of down this time.
The barrier's gone!
Get that thing if you want, but it's going to be close.
That's the door to the entrance. Almost there!
Oh, boy. I don't know what all that stuff was, but I grabbed it, and now we're getting out of here.
We're almost clear. Where are you? Hello? PB?
Go! Go, go, go!
Ah, it's right on our heels!
Get to the gravity well!
Shit, it's sealed. Try to get something under it.
Console is attempting surface reconnection.
Come on!
Vault restart is now complete.
gosh!
What was that? Field.
I know a trap when I see one.
An immune response? Maybe one last scrub before startup? This place is full of surprises.
I'm gonna go with this option.
Nothing like outrunning death.
Or reactivating a huge mysterious vault. Nice going.
Atmosphere processor is online. Recovering last console activity.
Is that the Helios cluster?
Yeah. There we are. That's Eos.
Something happened. Because we restarted the system?
If that light is us, then all these points could be vaults in other worlds. Dormant like this one.
Maybe. But why is there a whole network of them? What's all this for?
Unless the builders show up to explain themselves, all we've got is guesswork.
Why is my
So
mouth
far, we've seen
glowing?
bots, living plants, atmosphere processors.
I once did supply runs for a council team that was seeding some ice planet's atmosphere, trying to melt the ice caps.
To help with support life.
Then maybe the first processor we saw was broken. Destroying that planet instead of...
Is that what these builders were trying to do? Make worlds habitable? Even terraform a whole cluster?
Hey, look there. That's different. Maybe it's active? We've got to go see.
Sam?
Extrapolating. These coordinates lie beyond the space we have currently surveyed, Pathfinder.
Mark it on our charts. We need more to go on. Let's head up to the surface. I could use some fresh air. Look at that sky.
How? No atmosphere processor works that fast.
If this effect is representative, Pathfinder, air and moisture patterns will show noticeable improvement. Eos could support an outpost.
A foothold. That's all we need. Just enough to begin. This remnant technology could be the key to our survival, if we can control it.
You can. Kind of. Still, wouldn't hurt to find a manual.
We've got a lead. Sam marked it on the charts down there. That site is active, whatever it is. Who knows what we'll find there.
We? You want to come along?
I want to know what makes the Remnant tick. You've got a key to their technology. Or a crowbar, at least.
Welcome aboard. We'll get you a fancy job title to go over your bunk.
I only need a footlocker. Datapad, toothbrush, clean underwear, that'll do. I'll catch up with you.
She's a handful, but she knows her stuff. Could use the help.
That was totally referencing,
Now for our new outpost.
You have already logged an ideal site. Nav point noted. Updating Tempest.
The Nexus is on pins and needles, Ryder. Pods are inbound and ready.
Let's go make it happen.
That's totally a reference to Mass Effect 3. Also, very shiny new paint job.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder.
So, what do we do now? Establish an outpost at an appropriate site. Give radiation time to clear. Okay. Okay. So we already got that filled up, so let's go with this. Actually, we're gonna spend those here. Yay! Sentinel Profile 2! So, what does it do? It kind of does, doesn't it, Zerda? Like, it definitely seems like they pulled inspiration from Borderlands with this. But, at least for the very basic plot, like, there's also, despite the vault tech, it's also, you know, we are colonizing these worlds, apparently. It's definitely not the same. Alright, so now we gotta get back to this spot. God damn it. Couldn't have let me establish this when I was already over there. Of course not. I gotta go all the way back. Wrong way. How the heck did I get up there? Hey, where the hell am I now? Oh, I'm right here. Cool. I guess it wasn't as far as I thought it would be. Turbo speed!
Cats ahead. They appear to be fighting a Kroger.
Is that Drac?
Hello there! Meet Car! I don't know if I'm doing anything, so I'm just gonna get out and fight manually.
Ryder, about time you joined the party. Think I made them angry. Good.
Save some for me, old man.
Ha 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 ha. That's it, kid. Keep it up. Good one. Color me impressed.
Okay. Take that. Oh, I guess we got them all.
That fight was fun.
You're telling me?
You could really handle yourself, kid. And I hear you're the one to thank for clearing up the sky. Had your number all wrong.
So the clouds parted, and these Ket look pretty keeled over. Maybe us humans can pull our weight after all.
Well, you can, clearly. But there's a lot to do before I'd be that smug about it.
That almost sounds like a compliment. What do you say? Want to help us do some good?
You know what? I'm gonna ignore my gut and join up. This fight was good, and we can do it again. And before you go say you don't need a Krogan, believe me, you do.
That's what I said.
So, what are we doing now?
Radiation levels normal. Life support at 100%.
This is where we'll build our new outpost. A real beginning.
Prepping deployment order. You must choose what purpose this new outpost will serve.
The Nexus doesn't get a say?
Resources are at a crisis point. Protocol states this judgment call falls to the Pathfinder. With current supplies, you could build a military outpost focusing on defense and militia training. Alternatively, a scientific outpost could advance the initiative's research and discoveries.
What do you think? Military outpost or scientific?
I say scientific. Aren't we here to explore?
It's got to be science. Our colonists need to understand their home.
Be advised that the first outpost placed by a Pathfinder will be a statement in itself. Fair or not, your choice will represent the initiative and its intentions in Andromeda. Consider carefully.
What do you guys say for this? I'm open to suggestions or thoughts. Murder and flip a coin, huh? You guys aren't very helpful. I mean, both of my allies want a science outpost. I think I'm gonna go with science.
Prioritize research and discovery. That's our foundation. And our future.
Orders prepped. Ready on your signal.
Andromeda Initiative, this is Ryder. Pathfinder.
EOS is ready for deployment.
Copy that. Outpost block inbound. And ready as hell. August Bradley, operational head for this block. Mayor now, I suppose. We're ready to make the most of what you delivered.
I feel like I should toss you the keys. Be nice. It's been through a lot.
Understood. Prodromos. That's what we're calling her.
They're eager. I haven't seen eager for months. Eos is far from golden. But now it's a producer. A real and reasonable first step. They think you did the impossible. The Nexus. I warned them, hoping was irresponsible. You proved me wrong, Pathfinder.
What are you playing at? Seems like being my friend is suddenly valuable.
Fair assumption. The Reality Rider? You brought us time. But one outpost on a long-shot planet won't stop us from starving. You already have a lead on something else?
The nav point from the vault.
Now it gets complicated. The others are ready to officially sanction your efforts, to be a part of your success. We all want the initiative to succeed, but after failing for so long, no one agrees on how to do it. Be aware, that's all.
Watch out for everyone. But not you, right? You're genuine.
I know what I came here to be. Talk to Bradley. Later, we'll go over the extended job of Pathfinder. Until then, Tan's waiting on the Nexus.
Detecting above normal radiation levels.
Holy shit, they set up here fast. Oh, there's something over there. Where the hell did my car go? Oh, I guess it's still down there.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
Mining zones, eh? Oh.
Data key. Specialist Engineer Aman Kathari.
Chased down by what he was studying? The death toll between the two outposts must have weighed on everyone.
So... I'm a little confused on what I'm supposed to be doing now.
Radiation within safe levels.
Ah, I can just summon the Nomad here. Or we could head back to the ship and get the heck out of here. The Nomad cannot be called in here. Really? So, we've got some mines that we can apparently go hit. There's a basic mining zone right over here somewhere.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
So, how does this work? I think I got it stuck. Ah, here we go. Okay, I see how that works. It's kind of like Mass Effect 2, except, you know, you're driving around through all of this. Not particularly fond of it, if I'm gonna be honest.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Miniature. Mecha things don't appeal as much as, you know, flesh and blood. So... got a lot of resources right here. Do these ever change from, you know, being strong or such? Oh God. Aha! God, we put this thing through so much work. There is not much guidance on this game as far as this is how this works, this is how that works.
What was with that fight back there?
It's called flanking.
Your shields were drained.
They're shields. Get hit, they drain. That's what they're for.
Risky. Irresponsible.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a lecture on responsibility from you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just keep your judgment to yourself, unless you want the same.
So, those two don't like each other. Apparently.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Got graphite and iron. Yeah, I definitely prefer the Mass Effect 2 version of this. Oh, shit. That was a lot.
Experiencing radiation damage.
Okay, I think we're gonna head out and, oh. We can go ahead and, plop down another one. I just saw it pop up a little bit. Oh. There we go. Lots of iron. Okay, so radiation is a problem here. We're gonna let that go down. Oh, they have cannons. Good.
Radiation levels within acceptable limits. Life support restored.
Oh, is this one of those? This is one of those sparks. Ooh. Or memory triggers.
Another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Mayor Bradley.
Pathfinder, good to see you. We're busy as anything thanks to you. Bit dusty, but we can adapt. It's worth it when it's your own.
Let's not drive people too hard. Rough enough getting this far.
Nothing you see here came from cracking a whip. Everyone is just ready. You go do what you need to on the Nexus. Follow that dot. There will be more to do on EOS later. Some key positions: Connor Supply, Ramirez Medical, Abrams Science, Fawkes Engineering. With them and my major domo, we won't end up like Site 1 and 2.
I combed the first 2 outpost attempts. Those people died trying.
And they deserved better from the Nexus. That's where I point the finger. We'll remember. You changed this planet. But that doesn't make it easy. We'll use the efforts of those who went before. Good people, every last one. I'd have been honored to fail with any of them.
I haven't reached the end of that trail, but not everyone died outright.
Right. They tell me there were staggered evacs. If any want to try again, they're welcome. Oh, and Pathfinder, this is for you. It's our flag. Hang it where the Nexus can see. It's touched the soil of our first outpost in Andromeda. Make it real. Head for the Nexus, Pathfinder. Prodromos will have more going on when you come back later.
Okay. So I guess that's it for stuff I can do with this place for now. So is this going to turn into Fallout 4 where we get alerts from, you know, people like, come save us? I've never played Fallout 4, but I've heard a lot of complaints about that. Even though I personally kind of see, I think it's a kind of interesting mechanic. Before we go do this, though, we are going to run Streamladers. And I am going to step away for a moment while I do so. Start the battle! Whatever you would like to send, Jaffer, I would be very grateful. Hopefully you heard that. What you call fish with no eyes? Psh. I know that one, Coyote. I don't really know what there is, Jaffer. I did like the Jaffa balls. Preferably, I know Orem would really like a bag for himself, Jaffer. I really liked those, whatever they were, the honey things. I liked those as well. The honeycomb toffee things. I don't think it was violet crumbles. What is even going on in the chat? I am so lost right now. Alright, we got Johnny with max troops. And that is it to give out. Hero being random. Yeah. The gold will go to Johnny, and then we got a paladin scroll for... we'll send that to Tarnheel. Ah, there's Wolffab as well. The only thing I'd say not to send much of, Jaffer, are gummy things. Just because I usually don't care for them that much. Though I know Orem would eat them if you wanted to send them. An updog, Wolffab. Chocolate things, cookies, things like those. Definitely. Or maybe some other kinds of treats. Just not gummy stuff, basically.
Joke.
We have Blackie figuring out how to do, or trying to figure it out. They're getting the hang of it. Unfortunately, this Martin is no longer with us. But I will keep these videos for all time, so he will never be forgotten. Hey there, Lightning Dragon! I know here in the US we have a large variety of snack cake items, Jaffer. I don't know what you guys might have there, but I always love those. Hi.
As the queen said, let them eat cake. So they made 1,000,000 cakes.
Would you like a bag of Jaffa balls for yourself?
Yes.
Okay, Orem would like a bag of Jaffa balls for himself.
I was already promised one, so yeah.
Oh, I guess he was already promised a bag for himself.
Because of the shiny Victoria.
Oh. Alright, back to the game. I don't know. Orem kind of just walked away. Orem. Jaffer is about to leave and wants to know what else you want.
Jaffer balls?
He wants more Jaffer balls. That's the only thing he's given me.
I mean, I didn't get to try most of the candies, so
I made sure everybody tried at least one of each.
I got to try the snakes, the little crumbly things, and the Jaffer balls.
You got to try one of each. I made sure, well, I tried to make sure that Kerr did, but he never actually tried any. He wouldn't. But
I like Jaffa balls.
he's just obsessed with the Jaffa balls.
They're really good.
So maybe 2 bags of Jaffa balls for Orem.
I'll take 10 if I can have.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Before the meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
Already put my rucksack in the kitchen. I'll hang out there if that's okay.
And I'm in one of the escape pods. More my speed.
That's fantastic. Welcome aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
We're adventurers. Whatever makes the squad comfortable is okay with me. Let's talk about our success on Eos. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things. We discovered the Remnant and breached their vault.
And didn't get killed.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
Fair enough.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on, hang on. We need to not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
So what do you need from us, Ryder?
Let's be kind and give each other the benefit of the doubt. Finding a home for tens of thousands in this hellscape is stressful enough without adding dysfunction.
You got it, boss.
I am definitely intrigued by the idea of
If
giant
Krogan are known
ones.
for one thing, it's getting along.
But not humility or self-awareness.
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus. PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical. Good meeting, everyone.
Yeah, Ryder is definitely not Shepard. Alright. So we apparently have
Like cancer.
new...
Left untreated, it spreads. Keep exiling people, and you'll just run out of people.
Cut out malignant cells to give the healthy ones a chance.
Nothing's that simple, Doc, and you know it.
Alright, research center. Still only 2 melee weapons available. Oh, but we have access to the Remnant stuff. So this one, it sounds like from over here. Looks like this one allows me to do more damage, whereas this one will set them on fire. I kind of like the sounds of that. But we need Ket alloy to be able to even make it. We need more beryllium for this. But I guess we can go ahead and research it at least. Oh, the Rieger carbine shotgun. The damage isn't very much. Yeah, we'll take it. There's a lot of resources we do not have enough of to build any of this. Why are all these biotic? Yeah, they all increase biotic damage. What do we got for these guys? The Remnant. Okay. I guess we would basically be mostly naked with that. Oh. But those are some really nice benefits. Yeah, I'm gonna research it. I'm not gonna be able to craft it for a while, but those are some nice benefits. Press X to learn more about the materials required to craft each blueprint. Visit the research screen to unlock new blueprints. I already did that. Holy crap, why is this scrolling so far? Ah, I have enough resources to craft this. don't understand what I'm doing here. Okay. I think we're just going to come back to this when I actually have more to, Oh, this is only what we already have available to craft. Okay. We need more beryllium. Can I buy more beryllium? Ooh, we have a lot of salvage to sell. Well, there's lithium. Really? Okay, that option is very expensive. So we'll stick to only what we actually need. If we can even find it. Looks like beryllium is not available. Alright, so we're going to need to find a lot more
Report from the
resources
Nexus.
here.
Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
It'd be good to bring something beautiful across galaxies.
Everyone in the initiative has their something beautiful. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
Wow. You fight side by side and then she gives you the brush off?
It hurt. One big kick out of the nest. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into Huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
What part of that vision made you want to take the plunge?
A civilization where everyone had a place, even AI, or an overpowered human biotic. Your father said, I get being different. Now imagine being welcome and making others like you welcome too. When I was 13, I could warp a steel girder. He made me wonder, what if someone had told me that's okay?
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong? Especially somewhere like the Initiative. So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted. My rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
I get that. We've all had a lot of disappointments lately.
You're doing well. For having no training, being your second isn't so bad. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too.
So yeah, now we're gonna be going around talking to all our crew members.
So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
That's a lot of stuff.
How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer on Omega. Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands. They put every credit they earned into my education.
Are they here in Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files, and my brain by species.
Is PB all right?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Thanks for the insight. I need to talk to you about something private.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of Sam's memory, things he didn't want me to see.
Or he thought you weren't ready for.
Maybe. I found this trigger. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI, and he found out Mom's illness was terminal.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
It was where his journey to Andromeda really began.
Those events started your family down a new path.
Yeah. Thanks, Lexi. Feels good to talk about this. How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis. We met at a medical convention on the Citadel. He was moderating a panel on neurosurgery in low-gravity environments. His name card was crooked, but he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
So how did a sorry doctor end up on the human Ark?
Specialist in alien anatomy, remember? That includes humans. Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Alrighty. We don't have anybody set up in here yet. But I'm sure we will eventually. No calls available. Okay. I guess I cannot talk to anybody. I have no friends.
Where'd you hear that?
The little Brody told her.
It was a close game.
You did give me a better game than Drac. Not saying much.
Watch it.
Forget him. Let's get a game going with everyone else to hone our skills and take him out.
Let's do it. Hey, Costa, want in on this?
No thanks. I need my creds. And my clothes. And both my kidneys. Long time no chat. What's up?
Seems like we have a good group here.
Well, Vetra and Suvi are my girls. Get along well. Lots of mutual respect. PB's a real spark plug. I like her, but she's exhausting. And Drac's my kind of guy. Brash. Takes no shit. As far as your Hyperion peeps go, the Doc's kind of nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora, she's a bit by the book for me.
Need somebody to keep the zoo in check.
Zoo? You calling me an animal rider? Ooh, can I be a mongoose? They're like cool cobra killers. No, wait, how about a crow? Smart, irreverent, obnoxious. That's it.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay, that guy's totally a furry.
What about Callow?
He's a pilot.
Which means...
He flies the ship.
We're leaving it at that, then?
Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end?
A Martin would be so much better, Jaffer.
I hear we have you to
And
thank
yes,
for getting the
Mongoose
Tempest space
Salt.
ready so quickly.
Vetra brings her impossible feats to me. I was itching to get this particular call. Capital R ready. Don't tell her, but the truth is, I fudge reports to come in early, then bust ass in secret to make up for it. Expands the guild legend. Plus, I convey calm and assurance, and the whole team relaxes, which helps them do their jobs better.
What's your social circle like?
I'm good for a laugh, so I know lots of people, but I don't let too many in. My one true friend is stationed on the Nexus. She's the only piece of the Milky Way I brought with me. The more you and I get to know each other, the more you'll probably hear about her.
You know, Alt, maybe we should poke Luke about turning him into a mongoose.
How tough was it on the Nexus all those months?
Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue?
Can't say I have.
Well, let me tell you, it's tough. Wondering if you're gonna die from a critical malfunction, or maybe starvation, imagining which would be worse. But hey, you could always take a break from the fear and boredom to dwell on being a part of the biggest failure in galactic history. Maybe even participate in a revolt.
What was your take on that?
I didn't place any bets, if that's what you're asking. Truth is, I don't think anyone made out particularly well. Whatever side you're on, you die a little when your brother, your teammate, becomes an enemy. We traveled all this way, all hope and wonder, and we end up fighting with each other over scraps. It's sad.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Alrighty. On to the next person. Oh. Now that I'm on the ship, I am not able to jump anymore. I can jump all I want on a planet, but in space, nobody can jump, apparently.
terraforming, atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
If we knew what it was all about, it wouldn't be an adventure. It would just be moving. And everyone hates moving. Just the packing alone, ugh.
Point taken. I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
Like you said, we had no idea what Helios was really like. What good's a plan?
Adapting to problems as they come up. I like that.
Good. Since you're probably gonna have front row seats to me winging it.
Looking forward to the show.
Alright, we're gonna run Stream Raiders while still going through this conversation a bit. So we can still listen to it.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the Initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't. That's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
Alright, we've got Lightning Dragon with most kills and max troops. It looks like that is it to give out. The gold I will send off to Johnny. And some gold for Lightning Dragon. And a Paladin Scroll for Tonhill. There you all go. On to the next battle. I'll bring my Vampire Lord. Go place your troops, everybody.
That just sounds like you're taking advantage of people.
Is it? I get people what they want, and they do want, or they wouldn't pay.
How did you hear of the Andromeda initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually I figured out something was going on, something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
All right. We got our super shiny... Oh, there's Liam. Super shiny car. Is that part of the Remnant?
Prodromos. Sounds good, doesn't it? We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
Just wondering what you think of how I'm doing at the job.
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder. It's as simple as it gets.
We barely covered how you joined. Tell me something about yourself.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. Had a good life, but it'd all been done. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
You were a cop, then crisis response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement.
Hey there,
Dad knew it didn't fit
Kiro.
before I
Good
did.
to see you.
But it got me into hustle. They mostly
Glad
take
you
vets and
came.
retired service. Best years of my life.
An impatient rookie frustrated by procedure? That's overdone.
I know, right? I wanted new, and I got it. And that led me here.
Tell me about your family.
I miss the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? That's the thing everyone does. Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin, both lawyers. Met on the Citadel, settled on Earth. No brothers or sisters. That might have been too much to leave. It was traditional. How about you?
Life with my family was not typical, on a number of fronts.
You may do though, right? Family has to. I know mine did. I said goodbye to my mom and dad, and got on a ship to Andromeda.
We'll talk later.
Unfortunately, right now, it's mostly just chatting with people, keeping things up. I know it was important in previous Mass Effect games. I don't know about this one. So, basically, I'm trying to make sure that I'm friendly with everybody, just in case I need to be. Where is Drac? Ah, there he is.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who are you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus Superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
Well, welcome to the Tempest. Trouble's what we do.
Ha! I like the way you think, kid.
Someone somewhere shivered when I said that.
Probably Tan. Damn politicians.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Leaving the Nexus can't have been an easy choice.
It was, actually. Staying became impossible. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Can't argue with that.
Oh yes, Kira, we've got a few, we have a few follower emotes, which you, of course, only need to be a follower to use. They can only be used here on my channel, but, you know, they're free. Let's stop here at the loadout station. Oh, right, I didn't actually make the other weapon. I really don't like how harsh the weight mechanic is. confirm loadout. There we go. Got anything new
Scans of
here?
the Scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid.
Well, Kiro, if somebody gives you a sub, then you've got access to a lot more emotes that you can use. We also have emotes that can be used if you download a couple of browser extensions. Do exclamation point emotes.
I suppose it is a rather darkly beautiful phenomenon.
Darkly beautiful. I like that. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
You mean a god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, but I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
There's something about coming face to face with something wondrous that makes you want to believe.
Wow. It's wonderful to meet someone who understands. I've had to justify myself so often. As if having faith in the divine invalidated my work as a scientist. As if this sacred could be diminished by the search for truth.
I wasn't questioning your abilities. You never have to justify yourself to me.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, truly. Now I should probably update the rest of the team with my latest reports. We'll talk later.
Possibly. But yeah, do exclamation point emotes in the chat there, Kiro. There's a couple browser extensions you can add, and those will give you access to some of the other emotes.
When are you cleaning up that repair on the sensor console?
I'm not. It's a redesign.
A redesign? Without a trained crew?
I'm trained and it's working great. Don't be so uptight.
Everything okay?
Oh, fine. Fine. Don't worry about it. What can I do for you?
I couldn't help overhearing you and Gil. It sounded pretty heated.
He likes redesigning things, but the ship was built this way for a reason. I wish Gil would respect that. It's nothing to concern yourself about, really.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Well, I can't talk about Suvi. She's sitting right there.
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that again.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I'll admit it, Gil's rather irritating. He insists on redesigning systems rather than maintaining them.
He likes to do things his way.
That doesn't make it the right way.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Liam's quite fun. Not many humans have that kind of energy. I probably shouldn't have told him there are secret compartments in the armory, though. He's been looking all day.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll
Okay. Having to go through each individual person like that. Bleh.
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
There you go. I put it in for you, Kiro. Just add those two extensions to your browser, and you'll be able to use more emotes.
Does your brain ever take a breath?
Sorry, not really. Even my dreams are in time-lapse. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
Maybe you just needed more sleep.
We were out for 600 years. A special someone made the trip with me, and she woke up a different person. I've slept enough. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
Well, okay
well,
then.
Congratulate yourself. No one has ever so successfully dodged my attempts to get to know them.
Yes! I'm #1! Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Then again, I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned, which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
Okay, I think we managed to talk to everybody, so let's get back to the Nexus, where we will probably be talking to a lot more people. How do we do this? That's right. Onwards! What's up, Kiro? Just use those links there, and then you'll see them, you'll probably need to refresh your browser after installing those extensions. But after you do, you can, you should see them available in the same emote menu. Oh, okay.
Pathfinder, is it true? We're settling Eos.
We've thought that before.
But Eos is different now, right? Pathfinder.
All right, settle down. Give him space. Lieutenant Syax, Kendros' aide. They all wanted to see you. Real hope again. It's been a while.
Relax, Lieutenant. If there was ever a day to pop some champagne.
Certainly. The initiative's finally back on track.
Professor Herrick, right?
What you achieved with that remnant vault is unprecedented, Pathfinder. Impossible. But with new scientific talent waking up, we'll unravel those mysteries. The whole Nexus will benefit.
We've taken some hard knocks, but this proves we'll always get up again.
Always.
Well, what are you waiting for? There's a new world out there.
Thank you, Ryder.
We ask that you refrain from picking foliage in the Nexus Commons area.
Oh!
The consumption or sale
I guess people, pick,
Don't shove the crate off the... You shoved the crate off the ramp. Where do they find these people?
That's ridiculous. Why would you say that? Maybe he thought he was being honest. He was being an ass.
There we go.
Keeping tabs on things back here?
Yeah, I try to watch what's going on while we're away, but it's nice to check in person.
Shore leave is for relaxation. Take some time off. Get a massage. Can Turians even get massages?
Sort of. We get vibrations through the carapace with a hammer. Ugh, not for me. I'm fine, just people watching.
A reminder that alcoholic beverages must be consumed within private quarters or at the vortex. Consumption of alcohol.
All right. So this place definitely looks a lot more alive than it did last time.
Terraforming efforts are ongoing, so it might be a while.
I thought if we ask that you spend a few short minutes going through and processing, then we'll have you on your way.
What's in here? Cultural Center.
I'm Jen Garson, founder of the initiative. On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center. Please have a look around.
What is this?
We hope you'll enjoy learning about the rich diversity of people who have arrived from the Milky Way galaxy.
It's an honor to meet you, citizen of Andromeda. My people are the Turians. It will be a privilege to tell you about them.
Ah, okay.
At your leisure.
So I guess all of these VIs just give us info about the people.
This is an image of the Citadel, considered the seat of government for many civilized races in the Milky Way galaxy. Here, the Council deliberates on matters of state. It is a champion of the common citizen, eager to help those in need. As with all political institutions in the Milky Way, conflict is rare. Peace and cooperation are the rule of the day.
I'm Jen Garson.
Oh.
I welcome you to the Cultural Center. Please have a look around.
What is that first one? I'm really curious.
This is Ark Hyperion, one of several ships that made the long voyage from the Milky Way galaxy to Andromeda. The thousands of colonists aboard have come in peace, united by their dream of a better life in your beautiful galaxy. You need not fear their arrival. We are all citizens of the universe, eager to be your friend.
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly peace ambassadors.
This is an outpost for Milky Way colonists arriving in your galaxy. They come seeking a fresh start in Andromeda, yearning only for a land they can call home. If you encounter an outpost, feel free to drop by and say hello. Your new neighbors are eager to make friends.
There you go, Kiro, you got it.
Pathfinder, I'm glad you could stop by. Pardon the dust while we set everything up.
Hope you'll enjoy learning about the rich diversity of people who have arrived from the Milky Way galaxy.
How did you get this job?
I was a sociologist in the Milky Way. While there were plenty of cultures to study, the books on them had all been written. There was nothing new I could add. So when I heard about the initiative, I signed up right away. The idea of meeting new people, seeing how they've evolved, adapted to life's challenges, I couldn't resist.
What goes on here?
The Cultural Center is a place where new races we've met can visit and exchange ideas. They can learn more about the Milky Way species, while we foster an air of cooperation and understanding. We're just getting everything ready. Hopefully it won't be long before we have our first visitors.
Have you heard anything about the Ket?
Unfortunately, yes. Now, that's a species we won't be inviting here anytime soon. I'd hoped our encounters would be peaceful, but I suppose that was too much to ask.
Thanks.
Of course, our hope is that you'll make friends in the cluster and send them our way. And when you have a second, check back with me on a favor I'd like to ask.
A favor, huh? Well, why not right now? Stop moving and let me ask.
Welcome to the Pathfinder, do you have a moment? We, need to explain you.
Explain me?
What?
Our new VI over there is meant to describe the role of our Pathfinders, but it just lost all its settings in a crash. If you could fix them, that would really help us out. Just talk to the VI, and it'll do the rest.
Ah, I see.
Thanks.
Of course.
So that grayed out one is apparently I get to set it. Oh boy.
Welcome to the setup for your Pathfinder Informational VI. I am programmed with all relevant data. However, you must identify which information I should prioritize. First, select your preferred voice and appearance, male or female.
Male, please.
Variable set. Which aspect of the Pathfinder's role should be highlighted? Exploration and discovery, or first contact with new species?
Let's go with exploration and discovery.
Variable set. Next, should I emphasize the role of the Pathfinder team or their partner AI?
Go with the Pathfinder's team.
Variable set. Finally, should I provide career advice for future Pathfinders or an honor of the former Pathfinders?
I want you to give career advice.
Setup complete. Would you like to keep these settings?
Sure.
It all sounds good to me.
Thank you for choosing this Pathfinder Information VI. Implementing changes. Hello. This display describes our Pathfinders, the Initiative's elite explorers.
Maybe later.
Enjoy your day.
Oh, neat, Johnny. Well, I hope I did a good job with that.
Hello again.
Oh, you got no rewards or anything? Lame. Go and do your job for you and you don't... Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I accidentally slid into a crevice. I thought I was going to be stuck. Well, thank you, Johnny. Wait, where even am I at this point? I am so lost. The vortex. So there's a few merchants right here, it looks like.
I don't have much new stock. Sorry.
We invite you to visit our merchants in the Nexus Commons area.
Hey.
I suppose we could probably pick up the Pathfinder armor here until we are... It seems to come with pretty good bonuses. Well, it's weapon accuracy, though. We don't really use... We're kind of going for more abilities rather than guns. But it looks cool. Much better than... Yeah, we'll just not bother.
Oh, hello, Pathfinder.
Vehicle merchant. Ah, new paint jobs. Okay, that one's kind of cool. Ah, we'll pick up this one. Was kind of hoping for, you know, more, but...
Nice to see you again.
What do you mean again? This is the first time. Are there ultralight materials in here for shotgun? Does not look like it. Ooh, experimental materials. These models are very basic. Beryllium. Didn't I need some more of that? Didn't mean to go with 11, but I'm going to stick with it. Sure, we'll take all of that. Oh yeah, the pie jack.
One young pie jack. Ready to see Andromeda, huh? Sam, can you send a note to Kesh? Make sure our new friend gets delivered to the Tempest.
Acknowledged.
Well, there's that done. Yes, I'll get to Stream Raiders in a moment.
Ryder?
Okay, I cannot go this way. Oh, terminal? Oh. Meh. I don't want to go through all that. They have definitely put a lot of plants here on this station. You've got
Just
a name.
when I've balanced the air mix, another Yahoo has to come wandering through. Aren't you the Pathfinder? Dr. Camden, head of hydroponic sciences. Mind the seedlings.
Are you always this rude to people walking in?
Only when a mistake could kill everyone on the Nexus.
What do you mean?
Hydroponics is our air, food, and water. A frail green line between us and oblivion. We almost lost it all during the mutiny. Now it's my responsibility.
If you welcomed people, you'd have more hands to keep everything running.
Quite astute. If you'll forgive me, perhaps I could begin with you. I need samples of Andromeda's plant life. Our own specimens should acclimatize to them. Bring me any plants you find. You'll have a bounty in return, and my thanks.
Alright. Let's go ahead and go run Stream Raiders as soon as I figure out where I left my remote, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Alrighty. Start the battle! Alright, we have Lightning Dragon with max troops, most kills, and most assists. And we also have Johnny with max troops. And that is it to give out for crowns. Alright, the gold I will send off to Johnny. The Rogue Scrolls can go to Lightning Dragon. And the Paladin Scroll to Tarnheel. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. What? Girl boss node. OMG, I'm super glad you made it this far. Let me show you my love.exe. Don't you dare dodge my bombs. I mean, love, okay? I am concerned. Majorly so. Glitch Queen. So, you want to learn about me? I'm flattered, uwu. I'm a Libra. I like doggos and I love balanced games. My bombs are super good for you, so don't you dare dodge them. Yeah, I don't really trust them. Well, and again, the damage is 0, so maybe they are good. Who knows? I'll bring my mage. Place your troops, everybody. And we're going to be taking a small break to, since we're on to a new little part of the game here to split up the recordings on YouTube. Thank you all so much for joining so far. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. I apparently forgot to update the credits. Oops. I will fix that in a moment. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. I will still be going. We're just gonna take a small break here for a few minutes. But yeah, consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. I will be back in just a couple of moments, or minutes, roughly. And for now, just stick around, but I bid you all the most fondest adieu. I'll be right back.